I am offering these forms to you free of charge for now, and you hold this and this. I don't know that this one is from this. So we are going to demonstrate the process in which the exercise is going to be conducted tomorrow, and this is a form that is well secured. There are security features on the form, and if someone duplicates, we'll be able to understand or forge this document. So on this note, I would like to invite you to proceed to the accountants over there to pay for, and they are going to authenticate this document and hand over a receipt voucher to you. Thank you very much. What I gave them is 10,000 naira. If you remembered in our statement, we issued that we are going to dispose 25 kg of rice at the price of 10,000 naira. However, we initially talk about voucher, which is meant for accounting process of money that belongs to the federal government. Later, the amount will be deposited in the federation account as fees, which will be accrued to the federal government. And I'm sure 25 kg, 10,000 is cheaper. Then also, you need to have you also need to have a national identity number, which will be written boldly on that document. Apart from national identity number, there is going to be a serial number that will be issued on the form, because each bag of rice issued will be accounted for. So there will be a kind of a serial number that will be issued on the receipt before you proceed to the location you are going to pick that item. So that is the process they are going through now. And it won't take, in few minutes, we are going to distribute as many as possible in thousands. I would like to hand over to the reporter of News Agency of Nigeria. This looks is yours. The receipt is yours. And not to be resold, not to be what? Can we repeat? Resold.
Gentlemen of the press, good afternoon. Well, what we have tried to do was to do a dry run of what we are going to replicate all over the country while we put seized items for sale to eligible Nigerians. I've actually not come to make a press briefing. I've come to run minds with you, to let you see this process And I want your contribution to enrich the process that we're going to put in place as from tomorrow, so that we want to benefit from your experience. Today, I don't want to talk to you as CG. I want to talk to you as friends and as colleagues who have come during a period of national crisis to put in place a process and a structure that can help us respond to that national crisis. Well, as protocol demands, I will still read what I have prepared for you, but more importantly, I want to submit the process that was put in place so that we can discuss it together. So today, I'm not going to see you as pressmen. I'm seeing you as stakeholder in a project that we will jointly implement as from tomorrow. This is an exercise that we want to replicate all over the country. Everywhere we have seized items like this. So this is just going to be like a pilot. So I want to thank all of you for joining us today for this critical press conference on the recent activities of Nigeria Customs Service, working alongside other stakeholders, government agencies like the Nigeria Police Force, the EFCC, the NFIU, all coordinated by the Office of the National Security Advisor. We're here this evening to shed light on our joint commitment in protecting our society, the Nigerian society, by ensuring the availability of essential food items. And let's start by recalling that in recent months, governments have been addressing the challenges faced within our economy, particularly the effect of insecurity and the current exchange rate issues. These challenges have exacerbated concerns about food security, leading to a concerning trend where food items in large quantities are moving out to neighboring countries. And in the last 1 week, some of the items which customs officers in different locations have intercepted include the following. 1, over 20,000 bags of assorted grains, including rice, beans, maize, guinea corn, millet, and soya beans. Over 50 trucks containing these items are currently being detained in different area commands of the country. 2, 2,500 cartons and 963 bags of assorted dried fish. Other seized items include dried pepper, tomatoes, cooking oil, Maggi and other condiments, macaroni, salt, sugar, and gari. This trend is not sustainable as it puts pressure on our productive capacity and also threatens our food security. To address this ugly trend, Nigeria Customs Service, working jointly with the other agencies of government mentioned previously, have remained responsive in carrying out our mandate to protect our borders from the inflow of smuggled goods and outflow of restricted goods. It should be noted that the condition for the export of any of these items is only met upon fulfilling sufficiency within the country. In this regard, food items deemed not to fulfill those conditions are showing up in our interceptions made at these borders. And as part of our ongoing commitment to safeguarding the food security of Nigerians, Customs, working with other agencies, have secured the approval of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to dispose of these seized food items directly to needy Nigerians at discounted prices. The criteria for Nigerians to benefit from this initiative will include having a verifiable national identification number, NIN. Our target group would also include artisans, teachers, nurses, faith-based organizations, and other Nigerians within the areas of customs operations, our border areas, other places like where we are. The intention of this would be to reach out directly to members of the organizations that have organized structures to ensure the maximum impact of this exercise. And to ensure its security and integrity, Customs has put in place a number of measures. These measures encompass robust security protocols throughout the process. Our officers will be closely monitoring the entire supply chain to prevent any misuse or possible diversion of the food items. Moreover, we have established very strict guidelines and eligibility criteria to ensure that the items are distributed only to those in genuine need. Additionally, we will be working closely with relevant agencies of government, especially the Nigerian police force, to ensure compliance with the terms of this exercise. It is imperative that beneficiaries of this exercise, like the 3 that we have seen in the pilot project, would ensure that the items would not be resold. It is imperative that beneficiaries of this exercise understand that the items under this exercise are not to be resold. We take a strong position against any form of profiteering or exploitation of this initiative. We urge Nigerians to report any incidents of misuse or unauthorized resale of the seized food items. We are fully committed to transparency and accountability in this process, and we will not hesitate to take decisive action against any individuals or entities found to be in violation of the terms of this program. In other words, if we see these food items in any store under any guise, we will arrest those in possession, the owners of those stores. We will retrieve the items, and we will subject those people to questioning bordering on economic sabotage. I'd like to note that Nigeria Customs Service, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we continue to advance the nation's goals and objectives. And aligned with the administration's policy and aspiration for a prosperous Nigeria, we are dedicated to executing our duties with excellence and efficiency, recognizing the significance of our responsibility to protect the society and facilitating trade. We will remain steadfast in our commitment to safeguarding national interests and ensuring the well-being of all Nigerians. Finally, we are committed to fostering a culture of transparency, accountability, and public service. As we uphold the highest standards of integrity and ethical conduct in this process, We will continue to earn the trust and confidence of Nigerian people. We are responsive and forward-thinking, and we will remain at the forefront of efforts to drive sustainable development, enhance our competitiveness, and promote inclusive growth. We will contribute to the nation's progress and prosperity while ensuring the benefits of economic growth are shared equitably amongst all Nigerians. Once again, I want to thank you all for your attention, and I want you all to see this as our effort to ensure food gets to needy Nigerians at affordable prices. It's difficult for us to have a data of how many people will show up. If we say we are selling rice, 25 kg rice at 10,000, maybe 1 million will show up here tomorrow morning. But we have only some few thousands to sell. So we have to design a kind of access for those people who will benefit. And one of the things that we have thought, we consider so many. Some suggested, let's use passports. Only very few people have passports. It's elitist. Some suggested ID card. We are not in a position to verify the validity of ID card. Some suggested so many things. So we thought through this, and we felt that any Nigerian from the remotest village can have access to NI. And this is one way in which we think we can promote data governance in Nigeria. So if you are doing it today and you don't have NI, then you can make effort within the next 1 week or two so that you can benefit from future exercises. So we think that we need to have something that will guarantee that the person that we are selling this to is indeed a Nigerian. So we take in your observation, and we hope that moving forward, Nigerians will actually embrace the need to have a NIN. And as we have seen in this exercise, anybody that has a phone can actually retrieve NIN. For those illiterates who cannot retrieve, we will make provision that once they present the NIN documents, we will attend to them. But it's impossible that we need something to guarantee access and participation. For now, it is the NIN. If we come up with something better as this exercise progresses, we will embrace it. This exercise is being coordinated by the Office of the National Security Advisor. And at several moments in the press briefing, I mentioned the fact that Nigeria Customs Service is not alone in this exercise. This is just one aspect of the effort that federal government is making to ensure that we force down the prices of goods in the market and address the fall of the naira. There are a number of other exercises which other agencies of government are coordinating. For this particular one, Customs is the lead agency because the food items are with us. But if you look around, you will see officers of the police. Amongst us here are officers of DSS who have been posted to monitor what is happening. And tomorrow we are going to have a full detachment of all these organizations that will work with us. This is a secured environment. So it's not going to be thrown open to anybody. So the document that we saw initially will be a kind of entry point, and everybody would indicate their name on that document. And there are two entries. There's an entry and an exit inside this place. So they come in through one part, and then they exit through the other part. So working with the other agencies of government, we hope, we are planning that we will be able to stave up the issue of stampede. 10 points is going to be established here. We anticipate a large crowd, and we want 10 people to be attended to simultaneously. So if we perfect some of the things we see here, we want to believe that documentation should not take more than a minute, maximum 2. So we expect a high rate of turnover. We are going to be doing these exercises every area of customs operations where we have a custody of these items. And, you know, for us to dispose of these items, there are two other conditions. Number one, our sister agency, NAFDAC, must have certified them fit for human consumption. We've done that. And you also notice that we've done some rebagging because we want this thing to get to as many people as possible. That's why we reduced the 50 kilogram into 25 kilograms. So we're going to do it in all our major areas of customs operations. But I like the fact that, you know, flowing from the first questions that was raised, security is important. So everywhere we are going to do it, we want to ensure that we get the security protocols right. Secondly, we want to ensure that these things does not end up with one person using documentations of others. The best we can do is one bag per person. What you do with your bag when you collect it is beyond the control of customs. We just hope that those who will get it will put it to good use. As many Nigerians that have NIN, as long as one bag does not go for more than one NIN, it's welcome. You are Nigerians. So, please, microphone here, please. Quickly, quickly. Yes, we'll come here. No, please move away from the rice.
Are we going to cover these places by the time it is a program?
Okay, our mandate is we don't sell food as part of our mandate. We only operate in places in Nigeria. And what I explain is that where we operate, where we impact people, where our activities impact the activities of others, that's where we are going to do this. We don't have the reach to go to some of these other places that you talked about. But as much as possible, we want to extend, and we have a fairly good reach in Nigeria. So there are other agencies of government that are doing that. Earlier today, I listened to the program, the plan that His Excellency Governor Jide Sanwo-Olu has for Lagos. And it's a very robust program that the state government have to reach out and, you know, have this kind of interventions. So this is what we encourage other state governors, other state governments, other tiers of governments to do to reduce the hardship on Nigeria. So we are just playing our role. We believe that other agencies of governments, we play theirs. Our preference is for direct allocation. You know, we've had instances where things are given to people, and then there will be stories about the executive doing this, the executive doing that. But all the same, if you listen to the statement, we aligned some groups, and we said that once we identify groups that have identifiable structures that we can rely on, we are going to work with them. In fact, let me announce that we have actually started to make contact with some of these associations that you have mentioned, some of them religious groups, some of them artisans, Nigerian Union of Teachers, University of Lagos Community, Yaba Tech here, the military hospital, the landlord associations in some places. We have reached out to these people, and we have gotten commitments that they will participate in this exercise. So those who show up tomorrow in this, as long as they come with their NIN and they conduct themselves very well, we are going to allow them to participate. There's a very vulnerable group that I've seen in Lagos. Each time you drive into Lagos in the morning, you see some women sweeping the road, cleaning the debts. We have reached out specifically, directly to this group, and we are asking them to come over here tomorrow. Nigerian Union of Teachers, vulcanizers, Atepojere, all those guys, we have reached out to them, and we believe that they will come here and we will avail them the opportunity. Thank you.